There once was 7 seals guarding the gates to heaven, and the blood of the Lamb broke 4 of them. When the Lamb opened the first seal, I heard a noise like thunder, and a beast yelled out, "Come see me." And when I did, I saw a man fused with a giant dragon. It was a sickening sight, but he was made for conquest and could control the diseases of the world. When the second seal had opened, I heard a second beast say, "Come see me." And there was yet another dragon, this one giant and powerful. He was here to take peace from the earth and make each other kill one another. And when the third seal was opened, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see me." And I beheld an even skinnier dragon, whose purpose was to judge the guilty and make them pay for their crimes. And when the fourth seal was opened, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, "Come and find me." And I looked, and behold, a creature in dragon's armor, who controlled the souls of the living, and hence was called death. Hell followed with them, and the power was given unto them over the 4 parts of the earth, to kill with war, hunger, sickness, and with death, and until all who have been left behind had been judged. Will you survive their judgment?
Hello everybody, I'm Yu-Gi-Oh! Deckmaster, and don't you all really care, but I've decided to upload another video, and as you can tell from the intro, it's based on the 4 dragons of the apocalypse, or 4 horsemen converted into a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck. What can you do? Konami hasn't made an archetype of it yet, so here you go, here's my take on it. If you like, please comment, rate, and subscribe. For those of you who are family and friends that would like to, please comment. It makes me feel special. And with that said, let me explain the deck. It's a pendulum ritual-based deck. The rituals are as what you saw. The pendulums are Igknights. They're all either scale 2 or 7, fire warrior, and they're either used for exceed purposes, attack, defense, or ritual cost. You know, the tribute cost. So, if you like, again, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And with that said, let's get started with the deck special. Alright, y'all. First of all, I'd like to give a special shout out to Queen Mina for helping me record this deck video. Now, let's get started with the monsters, shall we? The soldiers and sacrificial monsters of the apocalypse. We start off with 3 veteran. He's a level 6 scale 7, 1300 attack, 2700 defense. He is your wall if he's not being used as materials for XYZ summoning or tribute fodder. We got 3 chevalier. This badass is the, well, badass female might I add with the pink armor, is a level 5 scale 2, 2400 attack, 1200 defense. She's your beater besides the horsemen, or dragons, if you will. We got 3 paladin, which is a level 4, scale 2, 1400 attack, 1900 defense. This is going to be your main exceed fodder. Rank 4 is the pool you go with. We got 3 templar, scale 7, 1700 attack, 1300 defense. Level 4 yet again. He's going to be your extra hitter. Well, you know, when everything else has been kind of beaten down or weakened down. You got 2 squire, a scale 7, level 3, 0 attack, 2000 defense, and mostly defensive purposes or exceed purposes. You have 2 Igknight crusaders, 1600 attack, 300 defense, scale 2, level 3. You get the general gist. Then, what do you use? Well, very simple. You're going to use 3 manju of the 10,000 hands, who's a level 4 fairy, light, 1400 attack, 1000 defense, and when normal or flip summon, you can add a ritual spell or monster from deck to hand. And to correspond him with his pet, you got 3 spiritual whisper. Level 4, winged beast, wind, 200 attack, 2000 defense. Can't be destroyed by battle by once per turn. And also when pendulum summoned, hence the pendulum archetype, you can add a ritual spell or monster from deck to hand. Now these are the servants and are used mostly for, like I said, tributing, exceeding, defending, or attacking. And they help get out these guys. We run 2 Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon, the Horseman of fucking War, Abbadon. He's a dark level 8 dragon, 4,000 attack, 0 defense, as you can see. His effect is very simple. He can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And if you have your monster in defense mode, he does double piercing damage. Just rapes that asshole till it bleeds. I do run a third of him in the side if needed. Then I run 2 of my Horsemen of Pestilence, Kunzite. His name in here is Amorphactor Pain, the Imagination Draco Overlord. A level 8 Earth Dragon Ritual, 2950 and 2500 defense. His effect is when he's ritual summoned on your opponent's next main phase, well, they can't use it. Their next main phase is skipped, in other words. And all face-up Exceed, Synchro, and Fusion monsters have their effects negated. This will hurt you, so play cautiously when playing this guy. Again, I run a third in the side. I run 1, in the main at least, Odd Eyes Gravity Dragon, or what I like to call Malakai, the Horseman of Famine. He's a level 7 Earth Dragon, 2800 attack, 2500 defense. When he is ritual summoned, he can bounce all spell and trap card your opponent control back to hand, and they can do nothing about it. No cards can be chained. And he makes you pay, well, your opponent, pay 500 life points to activate anything while he's face up on the field. So if you're low on life points, you better make your moves count. I will be running a second of him in the side when I get the money to get it. And finally, the Horseman of Death, Lord of the Red, or what I call Azrael. A fire, level 8 dragon, ritual, 2400 attack, 2100 defense. Basically, once per turn if your opponent activates an effect, or you activate an effect, you can pop a monster, and then again once per turn if either player activates an effect, you can pop a spell or trap. And you can do this effect, each of those effects, once per turn during either player's turn. So, kill, 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 kill. I'm gonna kill you. Kill, kill, kill. Then for the backup support, searchability to help the Igknights thin out a little bit, you run 3 Summoner's Arts, which will search out Veteran and Chevalier, allowing you to use their effect. What's their effect, you ask? Well, if you have 2 Igknights in the Pendulum Scale, you can blow them up and search a Fire Warrior from deck to hand. So, you have 2, search out 1, blow up, search out another, complete your scale, and go from there. Reinforcements in the army let you add a level 4 or lower warrior from deck to hand, which is pretty much any other Igknight. And therefore repeat, rinse, and repeat. Now for the ritual spells, we start off with Odd Eyes Advent in 3. Now Odd Eyes Advent says, this card can be used to ritual summon any dragon-type ritual monster from your hand or graveyard. You must tribute pendulum monsters from your hand or field whose level is equal or greater than the level of ritual monster you are ritual summoning. If your opponent controls 2 or more monsters and you control none, you can send Odd Eyes monsters from your extra deck to the grave, equal to that monster's level or higher, to ritual summon a ritual monster from your hand or grave. Well, dragon. So this card helps you get out any of your horsemen, and freely if your opponent has monsters and you don't. Then, of course, because Igknights are vanillas on the field and in the deck, you run 3 Advanced Ritual Arts, which allows you to send any number of normal monsters from your deck to the grave whose level is exactly the level you need to ritual summon one of these guys from your hand. And, well, 8 and 7 are pretty easy because you do run 5s, 4s, and 3s, which is all that's needed. Hence why I went with Igknights as my pendulum archetype. Then you run 2 MSTs. Back row hate. You know what it is. Run a few traps in the side to help, but mostly ritual decks should not be running traps, in my opinion. Now, for the extra deck, simple and sweet, we run 1 Vortex Dragon, doesn't matter what he does, and 3 Odd Eyes Meteorburst Dragon. The Meteorburst Dragon will be replaced with Performapal Odd Eye's Metal Claw, or Silver Claw, whatever they decide to call it, when it is released. I send these to the grave with Odd Eye's Advent. Metal Claw, by the way, is a level 8. These are all level 7, so it would work better if I had that option. So these are just in here for Odd Eye's Advent. For the exceed purposes, for level 6s, or rank 6s, should I say, since I can only go into 1, because I only run 3 level 6s, I have a defensive and an aggressive 1. The aggressive is Photon Strike Bouncer. He's a rank 6 light warrior. There we go. 2700 attack, 2000 defense. Basically, if your opponent activates a monster effect, you can detach to negate it and inflict 1000 burn. Just slam it in, stopping your opponent from making plays and giving you a nice 27 beater. But if you need to go a little aggressive, you got Gauntlet Launcher. An Earth, rank 6, 2400 attack, 2800 defense, so a pretty good defensive wall. You can detach a material to blow up a monster on a field, and you can do this effect more than once per turn. Clear their board and attack directly if able. For rank 5, same concept, defensive and aggressive. For aggressive, I run number 61, Volcasarus. A fire dino, rank 5, 2500 attack, 1000 defense. Detach to blow up a monster they control and inflict burn damage equal to that monster's original attack. He can't attack directly the turn he does this effect, but he can attack your opponent's next monster. For more defensive monsters, you run number 12, Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja. He's 2400 attack, 1700 defense, rank 5 Earth Warrior. Oops, sorry about that. You can detach a material during either player's turn to make him, in this deck only, indestructible by battle or effect for the rest of the turn. He'll stall you out. Now, for the more versatile archetypes, you're going to run Xyz of rank 4 Compulsion. You run 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, a dark rank 4, 2500 attack, 2000 defensive monster who lets you detach 2 materials and target a monster on the field, cut that monster's attack in half and gain that loss as attack permanently. He'll let you beat over anything. Then, because you can, it costs a little bitch, you run 1, not 3, Queen Dragon djinn, a dark dragon, XYZ, 2200 attack, 1200 defense. Her effect prevents dragon monsters, other than herself, from being destroyed in battle. Also, you can detach a material and special summon a level 5 or higher dragon from your grave. Its effects are negated and it cannot attack that turn, but afterwards, hey, you can still attack even if its effects are negated. All the rituals here can be brought back if properly ritual summoned. Then my little combo, 2, number 98, Antopia. Well, antitopian, actually. Dark Warrior, rank 4, 2000 attack, 2500 defense. Its effect is similar to Utopia. If your opponent or you attack, you can detach to switch that monster to defense mode. Rapage. Plus, if Utopia is on the field, like Lightning, because he tends to be a bitch, you can special summon this card from the grave and then attach that bitch as an Xyz material to him. So, you see the usefulness. Then, because it's a pendulum archetype, I feel like number 82, Heartlandraco, or what me and Queen Mina like to call Deny, which is a Earth Dragon, 2000 attack, 1500 defense. Is perfect to go into, because while there's a face-up spell card on the field, including Pendulum Scale, she cannot be attacked. And you could detach a material to attack directly, but only she can attack that turn. Still, 2000 to the face is, well, 2000 to the face. Then for rank 3s, I do run a little bit more, but I decided to only go 1 defensive and 1 aggressive. I went for the aggressive one, number 47, Nightmare Shark, 2000 attack, 2000 defense. Water, and I believe he's Sea Serpent, yep. Same concept, you detach, he can attack directly. I don't really use the rest of his effects, so that's all that really matters. It's a way to end the game. And then for defensive purposes, I run 1 Super Quantum Mech Beast Grampulse, a Machine Water, rank 3, 1800 attack, 2800 defense. 28 defense keeps you safe, plus if you detach, you can MST a card on the field. Sadly, since I don't have blue layer, I can only do it on my turn. I do this because MST's all I got. This is another answer to back row problems. Well, besides Lord of Red, well, Azrael and Malakai. Alright, so with that said, that's my deck. Feel free to rate it how you will. Doesn't really matter. For everyone that does like it, I thank you. And until next time, peace out. Rock on.